retired school superintendent. I started my career as an elementary school teacher 100 years ago. Was a principal, administrator. Started my career in Maryland. Moved to Kansas as a principal. New Jersey, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, as assistant superintendent. New York State as a superintendent. I worked in Weequahic-Appalachian, a smaller school district, a rural school district outside of Binghamton for a few years. Then I went to the biggest district in the country, New York City, where I worked as a local instructional superintendent. And then I did the principals. I did what's called the Principals Leadership Academy, where I would do principals. Left there and moved to Texas, where I did some private school work with a group called Alternatives Unlimited. We helped out students that dropped out of school and getting back in, and then totally retired. Was enough because the boys were getting older. Mychael was at that point. My husband was actually then was stationed in Tennessee, Tennessee, as the professor of military science for the ROTC program there. So then we decided to move to Virginia to get the houses together finally. And we moved here 8 years ago. I've been retired completely since then. I do all volunteer work. I'm basically a full-time volunteer. I president my boys' PTA, the high school PTA. I'm the president of the school division PTA, what's called PTA Council. I work on the national level in what's called the Programs Committee, where we talk about schools of excellence and that kind of thing with schools. And I also work very active with the state. I'm the vice chair of the state's Special Ed Advisory Committee. I also work with military families through the group that recognizes Purple Star schools. The boys' high school was actually recognized this year as a Purple Star school because, again, I got it going there. I work with a community foundation here in the system to provide grants for the schools. I'm on that advisory board as well, the program chair of that. And then I'm also in what's called the Williamsburg Foundation, and we do grants for like seniors and cultural arts and that kind of thing. And basically whenever there's a committee of the state where they need a parent, and they know I'm a retired educator, so they call me quite often for that. I got actually tapped yesterday to work on the new assessment group that the state's put together to review assessments to see what the graduating seniors need, and anything with military families. Obviously, I can't speak enough about MFAN, the Military Family Advisory Network. They clearly have. My heart is totally there, because they do so much to really address the needs of families that are, especially for our new enlisted, our new officers that really need a lot of support initially when they're coming in, whether it be food insecurity or housing or mental health issues, because so much, as you know, I mean, when a couple first gets together and the spouse, male or female, whatever they may be, when they realize what military life is all about, sometimes don't really understand that. They think, yeah, I can do that, and I can, when my spouse is deployed, not a problem. I mean, those things are really traumatic life events for people, and so I've really been impressed with how MFAN really tries to address those needs.